say a big thank to Pauline, because we know that the career path was a key topic you asked to us last year. And she did a great job with the HR team, with some manager who helped us to build that grading. So you can applaud her. I think she deserves it. Now let's talk about the bonus scheme. So first of all, my apologies. We planned to do the communication earlier. Since the bonus scheme I will introduce you was presented to the board in February, then we informed the Work Council in March, and it was planned, and then we informed, we do the communication to the C-level, and then it was planned to do the communication 2 weeks ago. But there was another important project, which was the rebrand, and we agreed with Stefan that we would postpone this communication to focus and to do the communication only to the rebrand project. So what is this philosophy for this bonus scheme this year? There are 3 pillars. The first one, we need to be aligned. This is a message you gave us many times in the past. So many projects have been handled to achieve this alignment. And of course, the way we set up our bonus scheme should be aligned with this principle. The second one is simplicity. There was different, lot of team KPI, there were a lot of individual KPI, and most of the time we were lost. So the aim of this bonus scheme is to make things simple. And the third one is to reward overperformance, but I will explain you later. So what was the bonus scheme last year? So you had global KPI, you had team KPI, individual KPIs on courts. It was, to be frank, sometimes painful to get all the bonus, to get all the objectives for the team and for the individual. So we had to run after some managers to make sure to get the results. So for this year, we will simplify with only one criteria, which is the global KPI, based on the revenue, the EBITDA, and the direct sub base. I know some of you don't know what EBITDA means. It's a financial criteria. Just keep in mind that we are wasting money, so we need to be careful on the way we manage our cost, our expenses, irrelevant of the type of expense we have. So we need to manage our money on a proper way. The scale. So this scale has been implemented 2 years ago. So just for you to be informed and with no surprise, this is the scale which is applied to calculate the bonus. And there is something we implemented 2 years ago, is the overperformance. So this is not capped at 100%. If we overperform with the result, then the bonus will be paid over the 100%. And I will let, yes, Camille. Camille, okay, I thought it was Pauline. Okay, so I'll let Camille explain what does that mean on the HRIS form.
So I will launch the forms today. They are quite similar to what you've known before, except you won't have on the forms the global KPI and the team KPI. So the forms will arrive to managers who will be able to fill in the objectives, and then they will go to the employees who will be able to acknowledge the employees, and the workflow will be the same. The next step will be performance review. The main change is that the objective rating here will have no impact on your bonus. It's just to assess the achievement of your individual objectives. So it's quite simple. The other areas for your work-life balance, strength, everything is the same. If you have any questions about the forms, if something is not working, then you can reach out to me, Camille Lang, because there are 2 Camilles, once again. The other one is Camille Gros. You can contact me on Slack or come to our office on the 4th floor.
And for the bonus scheme, if you have any questions, you can go and see your managers because they will have answers. And now for something really nice and interesting, I am calling Sandrine, Elsa, Guillaume and Pierre to talk about the Nino campaign.
Hi, everyone. Wow. Nice to see you. We wanted to go back on this. We presented it earlier because we invited you to join us for this launch. So we're going back on a Nino experience and Nino campaign because it was a two-step campaign. The first one was the event we presented to you with the exclusive music experience at Gare Saint-Lazare. First step, supported by media, DOH and digital. And then second step, because it was not only an event, it was also a global support of the album. We had a digital campaign for 1 week, supporting the album and pushing the link to Deezer. And now I'll hand over to Sandrine, Guillaume and Pierre to explain you the results about this.
So, hello, everyone. So this is main figures about this event. So the good news is we overtook all our KPI, so we can be very great of it. On social media, on PR, and the key figures is this one, plus 9% of the new regs on this, thanks to this album. So it's a big peak. I don't know to say that in English, but it's big peak, and we are very happy to present these figures today. Just to maybe a little souvenir about this operation. I don't know if you have attended to it, but maybe a little video.
Défoncé d'après les analyses. Tu veux savoir ce qui s'est passé depuis? Je te dirais que je vois plus beaucoup la famille et qu'il faudra 10 millions pour me rassasier. Rouge ou noir, je suis dans le casino. Je n'ai pas du tout besoin d'alliés. Je les entends tous parler de casier, mais ils n'ont rien du tout des millions. Caviria, je suis prêt à jurer, je suis prêt à jouer, pas prêt d'avouer, je suis dans la durée, t'as rien à dire.
So the press coverage, it was a big challenge because on this special operation we had to talk with special media like OKLM, Le Move, Le Parisien of course, but more specialist medias. And it was a starter to our new campaign that starts today, Rap Original, and we created a link with this media, and we got a lot of coverages, especially on this media, so it was good news for them. Regarding the social media, of course, especially on this type of artist, the engagement on our social media was very important. So we got special video from Nino before the operation to invite people to come at the event. And during the event, the people had to post on their Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so on to attend to the sold-out concert of Nino in June. And we got a lot of engagement thanks to that. So we had good results, on social media. Guillaume.
Hello. So based on what we had learned last year with a similar Johnny operation, we have sustained this event with physical and digital media plans. So the physical media plan was only digital out of home in Paris, where we had 200 screens and one giant that you might have seen on the Saint-Lazare Stadium. So on these 200,000 200 screens, we had 250,000 logs, which means that in total around 1 million people 1 million people in Paris have seen during the event duration ad. And the goal was first to redirect them to the event and also to work on the brand perception from Parisian public. And on top of this, to shine beyond Paris, we have relayed the event on Instagram and Snapchat, and also, no, it was on the following step that we have relayed on OKLM. But online, just come back. Sur la précédente. Yeah, online.
Tiens, l'album disponible. Destin. Tiens, l'album disponible.
Un, deux. Ouais. Yeah, so starting at the end of the event, so on the Friday there was the release of the album. So we had a media plan on Instagram, Snapchat, OKLM, and on search engines to promote the release of the album all over France. So we reached almost, so we had 4 million impressions, and it mostly represent 3 million people in the target, so between 18 and 25 years old, who have seen this ad, and among them 2,500 have come to stream on Deezer, and 200 have created an account, but account creation is not the first KPI for this kind of campaigns. So based on the physical and digital results, we can consider that this campaign is a real success in terms of media reach and results.
Streams-wise now. So in blue, this is the unique listeners on the artist. In gray, this is the streams done on the whole catalog of the artist. And in red, the streams made on Destin. So that's the album we did the campaign on. Here was the Saint-Lazare operation, and here you see a quite significant increase in terms of streams on the whole catalog. So we could think that this is a direct consequence of our marketing activations. On the first day of the release, the album broke the record of the most streamed album in one day. The previous record was held by Damso. There was 4 million streams, but the record has since then been broken again by PNL on the 5th of April, and they did almost 6 million. Yeah, that's it basically.
Thank you. And just to wrap up, because we are not doing this just for fun, even if we have fun to do that, we are obviously doing this with OKR in mind and with business objectives in mind. So for this whole campaign, the OKR was to be the most favorite platform for the artist, and obviously to increase the MAUs. And we always look at the impact on the business, so you can see the impact of the whole Nino project. It's not only the event, it's also the event, the campaign, and obviously the fact that the album has been released. So you can compare with the winter offer, with the Christmas period, and then Nino. And on the following slide, you can see that we had a business impact on the free MAUs with the event here, and then with PNL and the rap album. So it's obviously a proof that rap is important on Deezer, and it was a very good thing to do this right before the rap album. So thank everyone, the marketing, the comm, the content, and the studio team. And I'll take this opportunity to tell you that the whole team you saw last week to talk about the rap album is very excited today, because the rap album is now live on Deezer, so you can listen to it. Yes. And the campaign has started today for 2 weeks, so congratulations everyone, content, communication, studio, marketing, legal, every team who worked on this. It's a blast, and we are very happy and very excited that it is live now on Deezer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. T
So now I'm going to call Benoit, who is going to have a few words about the beta, right?
Yes. Thank you. Thanks for having me. So yeah, you all know that we have a rebranding coming up. It's going to be announced the 7th of May. And we wanted to have a special version of our app for this rebranding to welcome this new brand. So it's an app that will have a lot of new things. So obviously a new design. We already talked about that, right? The mini player, colorful player, and stuff like that. But now we also have the new font, and soon you will have the new playlist covers. And so basically, I need your help. We need your help. So this version, it's a lot of work from all the team, and this version will have a lot of attention because of all the campaigns that will go out at this moment. So we need you to download the beta and to test and test and test and test. We have basically a month to do so, a bit less. And come back to us, come back to me, come back to Luca, come back to the product manager, the tech guys. If you encounter any bugs, any stuff weird, please report that to us. This version needs to be spotless, bug-free, and it's going to be awesome. So thank you very much, and thank you for all the teams that put a lot of effort those past, I don't know what, 4 months. Design, product, tech, QA, and a lot of people that work on that, and the content also for the playlist, the brand, and everyone. So thank you very much for your work, and I'm counting on you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I'm going to call Gabriel. Sorry. Gabriel. Yeah.
So, hi everyone, I'm Gabriel. I'm the product manager on catalog and catalog quality topics in the content startup. So now I wanted to present you a new concept of events that we were thinking about with Benoit called the Spring Disco Clean. Yes. Basically, the idea is to come with your favorite 10 favorite artists that you want to improve their discographies, because we are doing a big work since few months with the teams to improve the whole quality of the artist discographies. And so from now we hired 3 people to work on the top 250 artists and top namesakes to have a better impact on recommendations and on the user experience of the biggest of our artists. But obviously there's a lot of artists that we can't do, so obviously if you want to join to help us in that journey, you are more than welcome. So it will take place on the next Wednesday, on the 24th of April, here in the Paris headquarter ground floor, and it will be for training reasons, because we have a proper tool to do that, and we have to train everybody to be able to clean that. So it will be limited to 40 people. But if you want to join the band and to help us, you have all the information there. Just register you and write down your 10 favorite artists. So thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, and you will receive an email from Gabriel later today so that you don't have to write that link down right now. I'm going to hand the mic to Stéphane and Laurence, who want to say a few words about... Oh, I'm missing a slide, sorry. I'll do that. There.
Good morning. Usually I'm better prepared than today, but I have Laurence on my side who helps me. As a bit of oversharing, you know, I'm neither French nor, maybe some of you don't know that I'm also not Catholic, but I'm still devastated by what happened at Notre Dame yesterday. And I think as a French company, we should be able to contribute. I don't know how yet, so we are counting on your ideas to help us. Maybe it's create a playlist, create an offer where we can give 10% to rebuilding Notre Dame, collecting among each other, and then the company doubling it, or whatever you can come up with. We will set up a Slack channel and count on your ideas. to somehow contribute to rebuild without obviously creating the image that we want to piggyback commercially on a disaster.
All is said. Paris is burning and my heart is bleeding. We really want to make this something where we bring in adversity all of us together. Music is part of a big thing in adversity. Grenfell, for those who are or remembers in London 2 years ago, fell down, burned, killed 85 people, and the music brought it together. So I think we have a role to play. As Stefan said, it shouldn't be done for commercial purposes, but we're #1 French company, we're a music company, and we're Paris-based, so we have to remember this is our route, and I hope you can contribute. Slack channel should be probably Notre Dame. So all your contribution, your thoughts welcome, and please tell us what we should do, what we shouldn't do, but really let's do something.
Thank you. So just a kind reminder before we part, if you want to see the slides, if you want to see the video again, you type in go/WB and you have all the presentation and the video library to access Weekly Breakfast. Thank you. Have a nice day.